Episode 16, Ian's Morning Rants. Good morning. I'm in a mood today. I'm in a motherfucking mood. I'm in half shitty mood, half pumped up to get working, get moving. You know, I was thinking, like, be a tough act to follow. What does that mean, be a tough act to follow? You know, like as a musician, I want the band or the artist going on after me to be like, how do I follow that shit? How do I follow that? You know, like that's how I want to be remembered, where they go, that was a tough act to follow. How do I follow that? And that can pertain to anything, right? It can pertain to business, being a friend, being a boyfriend. You know, be a tough act to follow, like an employee. Like, say if I'm an iron worker and I quit to do other ventures in life, and they go, well, shit, how are we going to replace you? How do we find another Ian? How do we do that? How do we find another you? And I think that's important in any job. Janitor, car salesman, anything. Selling, debt consolidating, home loans. You know, be a tough act to follow. Be a good employee. Be a good anything you do. Just be good at it. Now, easier said than done, because a lot of times I'll do something, I'll beat myself up and go, this fucking sucks, man. I suck. You know? Like, I definitely have that in me where I'm constantly telling myself that I suck ass. And then sometimes I'm like, I'm fucking incredible. So I guess at least I know at some point after I'm saying, let's put it this way. I was working on a recording a song the other day, and I was playing this guitar part, and I suck on it. I could not get the solo correct. It just doesn't sound right when I do it. Luckily, I have a guitar player that can handle that if I can't. But, and to be honest, I was a little down on myself. I kept just going, you fucking suck, man. You suck. But I guess doing that particular solo was not my bag. It was not my cup of tea. It wasn't my bag. And that's okay. But it'll sound good. We'll get it going. We'll get it right. But I mean, you know, like you strive to be a tough act to follow in entertainment. You know, as a friend, I want to be I want to be the friend like you're no one's a friend like Ian. Nobody. Loyal, there when you need him, good at ball busting, good wingman, can get you laid. You know, all that's important. I'm sure I fall short on some of those, but you do your best to get those in, get those reps in. You know, it's like, but when you're doing a job, like if you're doing a job where you don't give a fuck, you know, and I understand what those jobs are important too, but you know, but like there's jobs like here's a good example, like a meter maid, right? Like you give tickets. Like your whole job is to give tickets to people. Like how do you live with yourself? Because your whole job is to ruin people's day. That's your job. Your job description should just say, in the interview, should you say, hey, I love to ruin everybody's day. Oh shit, you're perfect here. Let's work for the city. Let's give tickets for being 5 minutes late at getting your car out of this meter. How do you do that for a living, though? That I don't understand. I understand you need to get a job. You need to get paid. You got kids and whatnot. But how do you do that, man? Because it's a job. It's a thankless job. Nobody says thank you to you. You're not really doing a service. You're really not. And you get paid garbage. You don't make a lot of money. So not only do you not make a lot of money, I don't think you're, especially for the city, you're not getting a kickback from the city on how many tickets you write. And if you do, then I got even more of a problem with that. But I mean, there needs to be some sort of parking enforcement. I think that's true, because if not, people will just be dumping their cars and, you wouldn't be able to park. But when you give a ticket or even tow, where you tow somebody's car away because they park too long in a no parking zone. I don't know, man. It's just fucked up. I guess if the car's been sitting there collecting dust, I tow that motherfucker. But if it's some, 21-year-old girl that kind of wanted to go hang out with her friends on Hollywood Boulevard, and she happens to be just a little bit over time, and you tow her car away. Now she's alone at 3 a.m. in Hollywood trying to find her car by herself. I got a problem with you. You suck. You're a piece of shit, man. And so are these tow yards. They'll just tow your car. Basically what they're doing is they're stealing your car, and then they're holding it for ransom is what they're doing. You need to pay me $380 to get your own car out of here that we just stole. We literally just stole your car, man. See, I want to do that. I want to get a tow truck and tow trucks. I'll steal your tow truck, and I'll call the tow yard. I'd be like, hey, it's going to be $380 to get your car out. You were parked in a no parking zone, and they go, no, I wasn't. Well, that's your word against mine. So we're going to have to go to court. Like the real people. How do you do that? And there's so many of them. That just shows you how many pieces of fucking garbage people there are, man, that'll do that. That'll do that job. Now, again, I get it. We all got to make money. I sure as fuck do. But I can't bring myself to do a job like that. I can't do it. Where all you're doing all day is fucking people. You're constantly, every time you write a ticket, you just fuck somebody. Every time. And most of the time, these tickets aren't on these Bugattis and Lamborghinis, and they're always on like a shitty car. So obviously, this person doesn't have a lot of cash. Obviously, this person has a little harder time paying the bills. And then you're gonna hit them with a big ticket, especially in Los Angeles. Those tickets are astronomical, and it just pisses me off, man. Like it's not even the rule, it's not even the city really. It's the people that decide to do that job. And the person is always overweight. The person is either a black lady or a big fat Mexican lady. Isn't that true? Why is that? At least in our town, at least in LA County, it's all fat black women that want to give you tickets. It's like maybe they like fucking people. Maybe there's something to that, because it takes a long time to put that wig on and to put those sassy nails on and to fuck with people. It's either that or the DMV. But at least at the DMV, they're assholes, and then to the next person, then they helped you out. They got you your registration and what you need to do. Like they're helping you with something. They're helping you with something. Even when they're like, sir, you need to fill out the $295. And you're like, what's the $295? Well, you need to get back in line over there. And that's irritating. Yes, it is. Yes, it is irritating. But at least it's a job that is pointing somebody in a direction where they need to be. If you're at a tow yard, and I'm not saying AAA tow, those guys are heroes in my book. I'm saying tow yard or meter maid. You're useless. You're useless people. In fact, you're below useless. It's not like you just sit around and do nothing. No, you're fucking people. That's what you're doing. You suck. If you can hear the sound of my voice, you suck, and I don't like you. We're not the same person. We're not the same people. Me and you, just like in Seinfeld with Costanza, that's not my kind of guy. Not my kind of guy. The meter maid. I stare at you. The guy, the girl, the woman, the giant woman. You're not my gal. I don't like you. And I don't think you like me either. I think the meter maid despises what I am. And what am I? I don't know. Maybe they see too much freedom and drive in my eyes. Maybe there's too much drive. Maybe I have too much passion for stuff. And they hate people with passion. They hate people with drive. You know, they like people that are knocked down and stay down. And I think a lot of this country likes that. They like people to get knocked down. It's weird. It's a weird mentality. And maybe I have a little bit of that too. When you see somebody that you kind of despise, even jealous of, and they get knocked down, there's a little bit of you that goes, "Oh, right." But I fight that. I fight that urge. I don't think it's a good urge to have. You know, it's like when you see some of these really dumb artists, like I'm sorry, I'm using artists in air quotes here, artists. Like all these horrible rappers, or Tekashi 6ix9ine, right? He's so terrible and so dumb, yet I'm intrigued by how successful the appearance is. It's a lot of people, it's just an appearance of succession. But I like him. I like him for the hustle. Let's put it this way. The man hustles. Because I hate making these stupid fucking videos. I hate making social media bullshit. But it's a little bit of a hustle. I respect it. I respect the hustle. Even as a rapper, artist, singer, you're garbage. You're dumb. You're dumb in that world. But I got to be honest, if you succeed at being that terrible, I got to give you a little props, man. Got to give you some props. Especially being a rat and nobody popped you. So that's pretty good too. But most of you motherfuckers are rats. You know you are. You're a little rat. Don't get me started that out world. I'm already in a fucking mood. Start talking about rats. But yeah, I mean that brings me back. Be a tough act to follow in whatever you do. Like the Tekashi 6ix9ine or the Island Boys. I love the Island Boys. They're so dumb they don't know they're dumb. That's what I love about them. They're so dumb they don't know they're dumb. I'd like to interview their parents. Like, how did that happen? But I ain't mad at the hustle if it's working for you. I ain't mad at the hustle, it's dumb people like to watch dumb people. And I think I'm a dumb person because I love when I see an Island Boy video because they're so dumb. They're doing a boxing video where they're boxing and they're swinging like girls. They're swinging like little high school girls. It's so funny to watch. But they don't know they're bad. They don't know they're so terrible. That's what I love about it. And I'm serious. I'm not even being facetious. See, talking about dumb people. I can't even pronounce the right word. Facetious about it. What I'm doing is I enjoy the hustle. And I respect how dumb they are. Because I do believe there's a little dumbness that need to happen in business. You need to be dumb. You can't look at yourself so literal. You can't look at yourself as an actual being because then you'll be too much in your head. I really believe that. Be a tough act to follow. Be real with yourself, but at the same time, if you got passion for something, just do it. Just do it and annihilate everybody in your way. I agree. And do it with your skill, with your talent. Don't be a troll, as they say, these internet trolls. I see a lot of internet trolling, and I'm rarely on the internet. So what does that mean? I mean, I'm on the web, but as far as social media goes, I'm a post and ghost, baby. But even still, what little time I'm on social media, I see all the trolling. That's how toxic it is. That's how fucking toxic it is. But it's crazy, man, because and then sometimes I'll get caught. I got to read it. I got to read this toxic message. And some loser that's talking shit about this artist online or something, acting like they know what they're talking about. And they write paragraphs. I know you're a loser if you have a long hate mail written to somebody you have no idea. You don't even know. You just saw him on TV once. I mean, that's a long email, message, comment, letter. You're a loser. There's so many people that I think are dumb and I hate in entertainment, for sure. But I don't have the time, or do I give a fuck, to write a negative comment about them. You know? I don't think I've done it. I haven't done it once. It's so weird. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have written negative comments, and that's cool because negativity actually most of the time makes them more popular. That's a fact. You know, I used to do a podcast called The Ian Down Show. And I used, every once in a while, would get some hate email. You know? And it's crazy. Like, why not just ignore my podcast? Why not just ignore it? But you just listen and hate me. It's really weird. Let me get a little drink of water here. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's like, if you hate me, then just don't click on the podcast. Don't do it. You know, it's so weird. You know, I got a message one time as her little girl was listening to my podcast, and we were talking about sex, and we were talking about we were just bullshitting. And the mother says, you know, how do you call yourself a talent or whatever? You're a disgrace. Blah, 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 blah. Male chauvinist, all those fun words that you sissies like to use. But, yeah, it was funny. And I go, just don't listen. There's so many things that are on TV, on any entertainment channel that I think is so dumb. And I don't get it. But I just don't turn it on. You know, it's just so simple. I don't get how you guys give a fuck so much, man. You need a hobby. You need things to do. People to care for, maybe. You know what I mean? I imagine when I see a giant comment under something where they're complaining or talking shit, major talking shit, I wonder, I go, you must not have anybody to love. People must not love you. You must not have hobbies or things to take care of, because why are you wasting your time with this person who doesn't even know you exist? You know why? It's so silly. Fucking create your own shit. Notice when you're balls deep in your own stuff, you don't have time to deal with everybody else's bullshit that don't even know you exist. You know? It's weird. It's weird. Like, here's a great example, although I understand. I get it. But like people love sports, and I do too. I love baseball. I love basketball. I love football. I especially like fighting. I like boxing, you know. But if they lose, I don't really care. You know, like I'm going for somebody and then they lose and I go, bummer. And then I go about my life. It doesn't ruin my day if the Lakers don't win, you know? Like, I don't give a shit. You know, like I love the Dodgers. I love the Angels. I also never watch because I don't really care that much, but I love the game of baseball. Love it. The game of baseball is a great sport I used to play. But I don't give a fuck if they win or lose. I just want to see good baseball. Same with like musicians. Of course, I'm a musician. I love playing in bands. I love playing. I love making music and recording. And I love listening to other bands, other artists. But say one of these artists die, I don't give a fuck. I go, damn it, we're not going to hear their music anymore. But I truly don't care because they didn't know me. Now, if I knew them personally, that's a different story. And I think what that is maybe is because I care so much about my family and friends that it hurts when they die early. You know, when they pass on early, it hurts. And it really hurts me. And it probably hurts me sometimes more than other people when they lose a loved one, because for some reason I invest a lot of feeling into my loved ones. But as far as musicians, like I love Manson, I love Dropkick Murphys, I love fucking badass bands like that. But say I love Ken Casey, man, he's fantastic in Dropkick Murphys. Say Ken Casey passes away. Oh man, that sucks. I'm not gonna get to hear Dropkick Murphys anymore. But I'm not gonna cry. Like I won't cry. Maybe I'm just missing that type of emotion. Because he didn't know me. Ken Casey doesn't know me. I don't know him. But I'm a fan. So it's one of those weird things, man. Like, it's like, I think we love to have idols that we can, gods, if you will, that we can cry over. But just because Ken Casey plays in a cooler band than I do, just because his band is fucking awesome, doesn't mean he's more of a human than I am. He just happens to write better songs, maybe. But he's not a better son. He's not a better friend than I am. He's not a better human when it comes to that. Who knows what people do in their lives? I mean, he probably gives to more charity than I do. That's probably for sure. But I mean, I love Ken Casey. I love Dropkick Murphys. They're incredible. But it's weird when you don't know somebody to cry over them because they're not crying over you. I don't know if I'm correct and right about that. I don't know. I'm just telling you how I feel. But it's interesting, But it's like someone to cry over me if I happen to pass early and you never knew me. It doesn't make any sense to me. It just doesn't make any sense. But if you knew me, I bet you shed a tear or two. Throw my ashes throughout the ocean and give me a little prayer. That's all I need. That's all I need. But I think it's important, going on to that subject, I do think it's important that human life is actually pretty short if you think about it. Throughout the earth. The earth is millions of years old. We barely live to 100. I think it's important to tell your friends and family how you feel. I think it's important to show them how you feel. Not even tell them, show them. Before it's too late. That's important. Life is fucking short. Life is too short. Imagine it's even shorter for animals. Your dogs only live 8 to 13 years. It's not enough. It's not enough if you love your animal. But that's life. That's just how it goes. Emotions are fucking weird, right? Because I was amped up. I wanted to kill somebody. Now I'm feeling a little melancholy, you could say, just thinking about my fallen soldiers out there. But you got to try to make them proud. Make the fallen soldiers proud. And I think that's something to strive for. I think that's true. Especially if you, we've had some losses here in the family around here. But I think they'd want you to live on and kick ass rather than sit there and dwell over the past and dwell over things. I think so. I would. I would. When I'm gone, I'd like my friends and family to fucking party. Have a good life. Don't dwell over me, Anyways, guys, way to end that motherfucker. I'm going to get out of here. Your boy's going to get out, and I'm going to get to work. Cheers.